The townsfolk knew better than to speak of Alleria, the grinning witch. She was a figure shrouded in whispers and shadows, a tale told to frighten unruly children. But to those who'd encountered her, she was no mere story. Her face was a mask of eternal madness, smiling wide. Too wide, with sharp teeth like a creature forever starved. Her eyes were hidden beneath a slick, blood-stained cloth, a blindfold that somehow allowed her to see far more than any human should. She wandered the woods at night, drawn to places where the guilty hid, where secrets festered in the dark. No one knew if she was seeking vengeance or merely savoring fear, but once she found you, there was no escape. Her victims spoke of her arrival as a whisper of laughter on the wind, then the sound of heavy, uneven breaths. When she stood before you, she'd lean close, her rancid breath filling the air as she traced her sharp nails along your face. They say Alleria had once been a village girl, hopeful and bright, until she disappeared into the woods, following voices only she could hear. When she returned, blindfolded and broken, she whispered of shadows no one else could see, pleading for help no one would offer. Now, on cold, misty nights, her faint form appears, her head tilting toward anyone who dares to watch her for too long, her empty smile stretching wider as she mouths the words.
I see you. I see what you've done.
Then, her grin would stretch wider, revealing teeth stained with the sins of the many she'd found before. And as she began to laugh, a laugh that echoed through the night, the last thing her victims saw was the endless abyss of her mouth, welcoming them into a darkness from which no one ever returned. The voice slithers through the darkness, cold and cracked, each word a jagged whisper that scrapes against your nerves, sinking deep like ice into your bones. It's as though death itself were speaking, slow and deliberate, with a sickly sweetness that leaves you frozen, unable to escape its grasp. The grasp of Alleria's blood-streaked, blindfolded eyes, though sightless, pierced the shroud of darkness with an omniscient dread, seeing into souls with an eerie knowledge that made even shadows writhe in fear.